I really started to pack on some pounds.
Austin Butler is opening up about one of the ways he was able to prove himself to Baz Luhrmann when getting the role of Elvis Presley. The 31-year-old actor revealed in a new interview with Variety that he did wear a bodysuit to portray an older, heavier Elvis. But when he was auditioning for the part, he did try to physically put on the weight.
You did not put on weight for this role. I see. You didn't
well,
start.
I did in the beginning. You know, especially when I was trying to get the part before you know, it was Baz really welcomed me on the journey when we were trying to figure out if I could play older Elvis. So my agent actually told me, he said, you know, you gotta. They don't know if you can play older Elvis, so I think you need to gain some weight. And so I'd heard that Ryan Gosling, when he was going to do Lovely Bones, had microwaved Häagen-Dazs and would drink it. So I started doing that. I would go get 24 donuts and I'd eat them all. And I really started to pack on some pounds. And
that's what I'm doing for my next role too. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun for a week or so, and then you feel awful with yourself. But
Austin went on to share that although the original plan was to shoot the movie in chronological order of the king of rock and roll's life, the pandemic made that, quote, impossible.
So I did that for a while, and we were also planning on shooting chronologically in the beginning. Okay. That quickly went out the window, and then especially with COVID, you know, it was just impossible. So I was gonna. That was another one of the tricky aspects of the film, was Elvis changed so much from the time he was 19 to 42, and that's the age that I was playing him. And one day we'd be in 1974, and the next day we'd be in 1956, and so you gotta, you know, be able to switch back and forth vocally and physically and everything. You know, initially I thought we could probably take a break halfway through. I can gain the weight for the later stuff, and then we'll go and do that. I think you know, I've talked a lot about how much Raging Bull meant to me, and so that idea of kind of being able to do that has always been a challenge that I wanted to go after, but just with the way that we shot it, we weren't able to do that, so we had to use different physical things.
Weight isn't the only thing the Once Upon a Time in Hollywood actor changed in order to play such an iconic role. He also changed his voice. Access Hollywood's Mario Lopez chatted with the actor ahead of the 2023 Golden Globes on the red carpet, and he shared how the iconic Elvis voice has become, quote, a part of his DNA.
Hey man, you were fantastic in the film, seriously, and I've seen them all because I'm a lot older than you, but you were fantastic. Hey, I like this guy, he's my favorite right here. No, and I'm so glad you're getting the accolades and the attention that it deserves right there. As far as the research, did you look at all the old movies? Was it just a lot of the listening, or how much Elvis deep diving did you do?
I don't think there's anything I didn't see or watch or listen to, truly. I mean, I read every book that was written on his life. I listened to every audio interview he gave, every bit of footage and home footage and everything. And then you feel like a detective, because you're having to decipher truth from fiction and that sort of thing, and figure out where that lives in your own soul, you know?
You really immersed yourself, and even as I'm talking to you right now, I could still hear a little hint of it, which is great because he had the coolest pipes coming right there. But it's hard to kind of like shake off, I imagine, once you kind of really dive in, right?
Yeah, I mean, I liken it to if you live in another country for a long time or that sort of thing, you know, you end up soaking in many things, and it becomes a part of your DNA in a way, you know?
Exactly. That's not a bad thing to become a part of.
No,
right there.
So.
Did you have a favorite song that you like?
It's like choosing your favorite kid. I love them all, you know?
I know. When you did Suspicious Minds, man, that was the best. Gold is the best. I love it right there.